Brock, Ralph Amsden, Arizona varsity. You and I recorded some podcasts together. We did some interviews your senior year of high school when you were tearing up the record books out here. And more than one time, you had to leave what you were doing with me to talk to Matt Campbell on the phone. What was it about those conversations that put the seed in your head that this is where you were going to come build your legacy?
Yeah, so I think it started really going into Perry High School. I wanted to go to a place and do something for the first time. And so that's why I went to Perry. And we did, tremendous things there because I was surrounded by a great group of people and my class was awesome. And so when Coach Campbell called and he told me the situation at Iowa State, I was totally like on board with it. And so when he, called me and said, hey, we're playing Big 12 football, we got tools. It's not already made, but I wanted to help that out and get it to where it needed to be. And so that was really our conversations when he was recruiting me. And so here we are back at home in the Fiesta Bowl, and I think we're able to take the next step as a program, and we did that today.
Next up, please, John Schaefer.
Brock, for all the ups and downs you've had over the last 3 seasons, what's it mean to get this win today in front of your family in your home state in a building you watched games growing up in?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I've had a bunch of ups and downs. Some great games, and some games where I had to learn from things. And so to be able to finish off a season like 2020 in this fashion, it was really everything to me. Going into this game, that's what I was emphasizing: just finish, and then get rolling for next year. And so we faced a lot this year with COVID and everything, and coming up close in the Big 12 championship and some other games. And so to be able to come out and just help my team out in any way, shape, or form today was really all I was focusing on. So that's really what it means to me.
Next up, Jesse Morrison.
Hey, Brock, did you get to talk to Tyler at all, pre or post game, and what did you all have to say to each other?
Yeah, I talked to him for a little bit. Obviously we just, said, congrats on the great year to one another. He did a tremendous job this year, and I told him that I loved him and that he loves me, and, we want the best for one another. And so we said that, and then obviously, we'd be seeing each other in the off season back here at home, working out together with Coach Minucci. And so that was really about it. And then we just went our ways. But, I have a lot of respect for Tyler and everything that he's doing at Oregon.
Next up, please, Zachary Martin.
Brock, was the game plan going to be, control the time, control the clock, and, have those long plays, methodical drives that would chew up a lot of game clock?
To be honest, we didn't go into the game saying to ourselves, hey, we're going to eat up as much clock as we can. That's really just how the game turned out for us. Run the ball, throw it when we needed to. And so that was just really the rhythm of the game. And so that's just really how it turned out. Obviously, we don't want to go into a drive saying, hey, we want to play 15, 17 snaps right here to run out the clock. That's just how it was. And so I think our offensive line, running backs, tight ends, receivers, everybody did their job as far as, taking one play at a time, no matter how many plays it's going to take for that drive. Everyone did their job, and we were able to score some touchdowns early on in the game. And that really just set us up for success in the second half. So that's really just how it went.
Next up, we'll go to Ben Visor.
Hey, Brock, on that play in the middle of the third quarter, I think it was 3rd and 8, you were scrambling around. Kayvon Thibodeau was running at you. You dove for the first down. What was going through your mind in that play, and what was that like, and how did that impact the team going forward the rest of the game?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to get some more points on the board. They have a really good offense, and so we needed to go up. And on a 3rd down like that, they really had everything covered. Felt some pressure, and what was going through my mind at that point was, all right, try to use your legs, make a play out of this, and just get out of all the traffic that I was in with the offensive line at the time. So when I broke outside and I saw space, I was trying to look for a receiver to throw to, but I saw space in front of me, and I saw 5 coming. And so at that point, I was just going to do everything it took to get the first down and keep that drive alive, and got a field goal out of it. And again, I was just trying to do my job, not anything else other than that. So.
Okay, next up, we'll go to Stephen McDaniel.
Hey, Brock. Obviously, I know this is a special win for just everybody involved, but I was just kind of curious if you could talk, just how special is it for the Dylan Sainers, the Chase Allens, the Kene Nwangus, the Landon Akers, just the seniors on this team to kind of just close out their careers with just this historic win.
Yeah, that was really the most exciting part for me tonight. Being able to go out the right way for those guys. They've done, everything for this program as far as having it where it started at 3-9 up to this point. And so, having Landon start off the game with that catch and get everyone excited, got juice and momentum. And then Dylan, barely came out of the game. He's just blocking, going out on routes. Kene coming up huge with runs. And, Chase doing his thing as well at the tight end position. And so, those guys are really the difference makers for this program of getting it to where it is right now. And so we're going to continue to build off what they've started, and I'll forever be grateful for them. And I'll always love those guys. So
Next question, Pranav.
Brock, obviously the Big 12 championship wasn't an ideal performance, but today you had a spectacular performance. How were you able to bounce back today?
Yeah, I mean, really, I dissected that game. I knew that if I just tweaked, one or two plays, then, that game could have gone in our direction. And so for me, I'm a guy who is level-headed all the time. I don't listen to outside noise or anything, and I try to stay poised and calm, no matter what, during a game, after the game, whatever. And so going into this game, I knew that was over with. I learned from it. But moving forward, that I'd focus on Oregon's defense, focus on the guys that are on the field with me, and that's what I did today. And so I was able to flush whatever happened in the past and learn from all the stuff throughout the season. And I'm just glad that I was able to finish and capitalize in our last game of the season. So it meant a lot to me.
Next up, please, Travis Hines.
Hey, Brock, not to immediately move on, but when you look at your guys' roster and you see, how many guys can come back next year, seniors or underclassmen, how do you look at next year and the possibilities that might be ahead of you guys with how much will be returning or can return next season?
Yeah, looking at next year, really, we're going to have a lot of guys returning as far as that have experience, offense and defense. So I think this win does a lot, as far as creating momentum for what we can do in the off season together. And then obviously going into next year. And I think it just comes down to having, the leadership that we have, a lot of guys that are on our leadership council and everything are returning. And so we're obviously going to keep going at it every single day moving forward. And so I'm really excited what's going to happen. And the bottom line is we'll have experience. And so when you have a team with a lot of experience, I think you can do a lot of things, and that's what we'll have next year.
Next up, please, Randy Peterson.
Hey, Brock, I got two things. I'm assuming you're going to be part of that encore season for next year. But I mean, can you respond to that? And also, what did you guys do to counteract Thibodeau? Because you guys were saying that he could be the best defensive lineman faced all year, and he was essentially non-existent.
Yeah, so the first question, I'm coming back for my senior year. The second part with Thibodeau, we did a lot of movements, try to get away, run away from him. He's really explosive and everything, obviously a great player. And so that's really what we did. And then obviously when it came to the passing situations, we just tried to throw in a tight end or a tailback on him, just to help out with the pass protection. So he made a couple plays, just pressured me a couple times and everything. And I respect his game a lot. And but I feel like our game plan, we sort of maneuvered our way around him. So that's part of scheming. And that's just part of the game.
Next up, Max Olson, please.
Brock, you've heard your head coach say about 1 million times the idea of becoming the best version of yourself. The fact you guys made it to the end here and pulled this off, how do you think you guys accomplished that in 2020?
Yeah, I mean, just this team, we're a tough team. We faced so much the past couple of years, and ever since Coach Campbell's been here. So there's just been so many times where we feel like we're in the same situation. And so I think we have a lot of great leaders and experienced guys who understand that we've been there and this is what we got to do now to take the next step. And so I feel like that's what we've done this year throughout the year. Obviously didn't start off great with the loss in the first game. And then we had a close one with Oklahoma State and then obviously the Big 12 championship. But we've been able to learn from these situations and understand how to play team football, how to play our best football together. And I think that's what helps us be so successful. And so we have a lot of great leaders and guys who just, bring the young guys along. That's how we, continue to get better every single day at practice. And I think it showed today. So that's really how we did it.
All right, we have time for one more. We'll go to Jesse Morrison.
Brock, was this game, everything other than, the lack of giant crowd, was this game just, everything you kind of dreamed about growing up as a kid, dreaming about playing in this game?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, when I went out to the field to warm up, saw the nice tight grass and, just driving up to the stadium and seeing, State Farm Stadium and walking out there for the first time, I was like, man, I really am home. And I've been to a bunch of Cardinal games and I went to the Pro Bowl that was here. And so to be able to, play on that field for me was, I don't know, man, I don't even have words for it. It was amazing. And so, and then obviously to be able to win and have the performance that we did as a team, for me, it's everything. And so I'm just so excited for my team. I focused on them today. I didn't focus on anything else. But, at the end of the day, being able to look back, for sure, this is going to be something that I'll remember the rest of my life. So
thanks so much for your time, Brock, and congratulations again.
Thank you, guys.
A team that's never been to a New Year's Six Bowl and you come out and do that.
It feels good just to know that all of our hard work is paid off, and just to go down as one of the best teams in Iowa State history, that's the reason why I came here, just me seeing and envisioning Coach Campbell's vision and then seeing how Brock wanted to change. And, I wanted to come here and just add to that. So to finally get that dub and to really just celebrate with my teammates, that meant the world to me.
Next, we'll go to Jet Beecham, please. Okay, moving on to Randy Peterson.
Breece, what do you guys do for an encore next year? You set the bar pretty high now.
Obviously we want to, you want to go to win the Big 12 championship, but really for us, it's just becoming the best Iowa State we can be. We don't focus on anybody else. We just focus on bettering ourselves, getting better at our craft, and, just coming in, working hard day in and day out. So, this was good, but next year we definitely want more.
Next up, please, Travis Hines.
Breece, obviously you guys have had a lot of success in the 2 years that you've been at Iowa State, but the history and how far they've come in the last 5 years under Matt. I guess whether it's the seniors, whether it's Coach Campbell and the staff, just what level of accomplishment is there from, 5 years ago to today?
Yeah, just seeing where Iowa State was, as Coach Campbell said, we were the laughing stock of the Big 12 at one point, and just seeing, like I said, just envisioning what Coach Campbell thought that we could do here. That's the reason why I came here, to see what we accomplished today. It's Iowa State history. So just to be a part of that means a lot to me, and I'm happy to be here.
Next question, Ben Visor.
Hey, Breece, how much does it fire you up to see your quarterback dive headfirst to get a first down on 3rd and 8 in the middle of the 4th quarter?
Brock's crazy, so it doesn't surprise me. Brock would do some fantastic stuff, and that just shows how much of a competitor he is, and how shows what he's willing to do for this team. Just for him to take hits, dive for a first down, and for him just to escape, just do all that crazy stuff. That just shows. That's Brock. Nobody really does it like him. So, I'm happy he's on my team. I wouldn't want to go against him.
Next question, John Schaefer.
Breece, Brock has said he's coming back. Mike Rose said he's coming back next year. With all these returning pieces, is there a sense in this locker room that there's still a higher ceiling for you guys?
Oh, for sure. We have most of our team coming back, and, we have a really young team. So for us, this is nice. We got a taste of it, but, we always want to reach a new level and become the best Iowa State, become the best players and people that we can be. So, in a couple of weeks, we're going to come back and just start to get back to work again.
Okay, Breece, that looks like that's all we have. Congrats again, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys.